very good morning for the final time in 2024 from the cathedral. Sorry, I'll start that again. The Temple of Speed. Great to have your company here for the championship final race of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing competition. Well, the rain incredibly overnight. Yes, it did pour over the past 3 or 4 days. It has stopped. The track is still wet. There is no standing water on the circuit though, but very greasy, and the temperature is barely into double figures here this morning. The track is still wet as the cars leave pit lane for the final time in 2024. Great to have your company here this morning from the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. It was 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago in fact, almost to the day when Charles won for Ferrari the 2024 Italian Formula One Grand Prix. This is the 21st race of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing competition, the Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion together with the Automobile Club of Italy. Freddie Slater is already the champion, and he has smashed the championship race-winning record as well. His countryman, Ollie Behrman, who won 11 times on his way to the 2021 championship with Van Amersfoort Racing, and then Andrea Kimi Antonelli, who is otherwise engaged on the other side of the Atlantic. He won 13 times on his way to the 2022 championship title. Yesterday, Freddie Slater won for the 15th time out of 20 starts on his way to the 2024 championship. Freddie Slater is the champion. Prema Racing have wrapped up the team's championship. There is still one title to decide here this morning between the Mercedes AMG Junior, Alex Powell, and the Alpine F1 Academy Junior, Kin Nakamura Berta. Kin Nakamura Berta, just one of 5 winners, of course. Freddie Slater, 15 victories out of 20 starts. The other race winners, Akshay Bora, the newly crowned European champion, Jack Beaton, his US racing teammate, and Kin Nakamura Berta. So all eyes on the title for the Rookie Championship to be decided here this morning. A grey, overcast and cold morning here. The final weekend of October 2024. The cars filed through pit lane. Great to have your company here this morning. 38 drivers from 24 nations at the Temple of Speed. As Rashid Al-Dahedi makes his way onto the grid. The Emirati, who'll be racing in the Macau Formula Regional Grand Prix in just a few weeks' time. Race winner in the UAE Championship. This is also the final Achi racing weekend of 2024. We did have Formula Regional qualify for the last time this morning. Rafa Kamara, former race winner in the Italian F4 Championship, has won the Formula Regional Championship, the TCR category, the Italian TCR Touring Car Championship. They were just on track a few moments ago. They were racing on the wet tyres, and the final round of the Italian GT3 Championship to race at the conclusion of this race, a 3-hour race for the GT3 machines here in the north of Italy. A grey, cloudy, overcast morning, but thankfully the rain has eased up overnight. Rashid Al-Dahedi has just dropped into position just ahead of him in the bottom centre of your screen. Is his Prema Racing teammate, Kin Nakamura Berta, the former World Kart Racing champion. 3 world champions on the grid. Kin Nakamura Berta, who won for Forza Racing in Campios in the south of Spain 2021. Freddie Slater, who won at Portimao in Portugal for Ricky Flynn Motorsport 2020. And Kirill Kutzkov, big news overnight. He is, of course, last year's World Kart Racing champion with DPK Racing. Mafi Racing, the Swiss team based in Geneva with the Ethiopian origins, have confirmed overnight that Kirill Kutzkov and Nathaniel Berrabi will be back to race in the entire 2025 championship. Great to see the highly ambitious team of Mafi Racing joining us properly for the first time, full-time on the grid in 2024. They'll be back. They have signed last year's World Kart Racing champion Kirill Kutzkov and Nathaniel Berrabi for the 2025 championship. Incidentally, the calendar has been announced for next year's series. We kick off at the MotoGP circuit of Misano on Italy's Adriatic coast, the first weekend of May next year. Vallelunga to the north of the eternal city of Rome. Back here in Monza, thankfully, just into summertime, the 22nd of June for round 3. Mugello, Imola on the first weekend of August, Barcelona in Spain, the Catalan circuit for the penultimate round, and back to Misano on the 12th of October to conclude next year's championship. Pit lane has incidentally closed as the cars make their way out onto the grid. This is the 11th season of the Italian F4 Championship. What an honour roll. Freddie Slater has joined the inaugural champion, the Canadian Aston Martin Formula One driver, Lance Stroll, Ralph Aron. Winning a year later, 2016 it was Marcus Siebert for Jensen Motorsport. 2017, Marcus Armstrong, the IndyCar driver, recently signed with Meyer Shank Racing for 2025. Enzo Fittipaldi, 2018. Dennis Hauger for Van Amersfoort Racing a year later. Gabriele Meni, Il Siciliano, became the first Italian to win his national championship. Then it was Ollie in 2021. Andrea, 2022. 2023, Kasper Stuka, who is here at the circuit, who took the title to Poland for the German-US racing team. As you look at Thomas Stolchemanis pull into his grid position 11. This is Dion Gowder in car 50. Kasper, last year's champion, and Freddie Slater joins the winners list. And he starts on pole position. He has smashed the race win record. 15 victories out of 20 starts. And Freddie Slater, the new champion, is on the grid speaking with Laura Cola.
Freddie, an amazing year for you and the last Formula 4 race ever. How are the emotions?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. We've got an exciting race. Obviously, slicks on a damp track is always going to be fun. So it's a way to finish off my F4 career. But no, we'll see how we get on. Obviously, try and bring the car back in one piece, but also have some fun. So, no, it should be good fun, and see how we get on.
Freddie Slater, the newly crowned champion, just telling us his tyre choice. Slicks on a wet track. That is Freddie to the right of your screen. Starting out of grid 2 is Luca Samalisto to the left of your screen. The Finn on the front row of the grid is speaking to Laura Cola.
Last race of the year, grid 2. Can you finish the year with a win?
We will try our best, and we will go for the win if we can. But also for me, I will finish happy with the podium.
Luca Samalisto from Finland for the French RA's GP team. You saw the logo on just under the halo device there. Luca Samalisto is managed by Giovanni Minardi, who is the son of the great Giancarlo Minardi, who had the legendary Formula One team bearing his own name, formed way back in the 1980s. Giovanni Minardi, you saw the Minardi management stickers just to the side of Luca's helmet. Giovanni managing the young career of Luca Samalisto. He starts out of grid 2 alongside Freddie, who's out of grid 1. GMP out of grid 3 for his final Formula 4 race ever. Alex Powell fighting for the rookie championship out of grid 4. Reno Francot, what a weekend he's had. 2 DNFs, an ECU problem, a broken gearbox, looking to recover out of grid 5. Starts alongside Jack Beaton, then Key Nakamura-Berta, Dion Gowda, Rashid Al-Daheri, Akshay Border, the European champion, Thomas Stolchemanis, third in the rookie championship, and last year's World Kart racing champion, Kirill Kutskov. Any afraid, Maxim Rem, the German rookie, Enzo Ye out of 15. Olivieri for the AKM Motorsport team on the 8th row of the grid. Hudson Schwartz from Washington, D.C., one of 4 Americans in the field. Great drive to P5 yesterday for Ed Robertson, Johnson, and Mattia Marchiante out of grid 20. Everett Stack, Alexander Bondarev, the Williams rookie, Lardini and Popov, the PHM drivers, on the 12th row of the grid. Bianca Bustamante, the Filipina, she's had a tough weekend for the Arc Grand Prix team. Kabir Anurag from the south of Singapore in Sentosa in the points yesterday. Hio Yamakoshi second in the points alongside the Williams Junior, Leah Block. Savinkov, Verabi, Ciro Sobral, o Menino do Brasil, starting alongside Lynn Hodenuas. The Yorkshireman Bart Harrison, Dante Vinci, his first weekend ever racing in cars. And as young caller, Luca Vistoriano, his Real Racing teammate Andrea Duna, and Kai Dadianani for the Crown Motorsport team out of grid 38. A great crowd building here this morning despite the inclement weather over the past few days. This is race 21. The final time we race in the 2024 championship. The 7th round of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior car racing competition, presented by WSK Promotion together with the Automobile Club of Italy. That is part of the reason not only to watch the Formula 4 race here this morning, but also the Formula Regional European Championship and the final round of the Italian GT3 Championship. The crowd pouring into the circuit, would you believe, in the rain this morning at 7 o'clock. Hoping to catch a glimpse of the action, which they're about to see imminently at one of the most famous race circuits in the world. This is the Temple of Speed, north of the fashion capital of Milan. This is Monza, as Maxime Rem goes through the Lesmo curves. Built 102 years ago, home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix every year since 1950, with the exception of 1980, when it was held just up the road at Imola. One of just a couple of countries in the world, along with the United States, and no, that's it. Just Italy and America. I'll stand corrected on this. I'm sure I'm missing somewhere. That hosts 2 Formula One Grand Prix, Imola and Monza in Italy, and of course 3 races in the United States of America. The home of European and potentially world motorsport as well. So many manufacturers, teams, drivers are based in this part of the world. 38 Formula 4 drivers on circuit. There are 20 Formula 4 championships racing around the world. This, with all due respect, is the top of the tree. The 11th season, it has been won by Fast Freddie Slater, who has smashed the race win record, 15 victories out of 20 starts, looking to finish on a high. This is his final Formula 4 race ever. The same for the driver on your screen, Jack Beaton, the Queenslander, one of just 5 race winners in the 2024 season, looking to take second in the championship as well. Freddie has locked that up. Hiyu Yamakoshi second on 220 points, Jack Beaton 216 points, and Akshay Bora on 213 points. Fast Freddie Slater pulls into pole position for the final time ever in his Formula 4 racing career. GMP in car 3, right behind. There's young Kohler. Just behind Dante Vinci, one of 3 Australians in the field. Car racing debut for the former Kart Republic driver, Dante. Good solid start this weekend here at Monza. And the team from Vicenza next year racing in the IndyCar World Series with plenty of support here at the circuit. Maximilian Popov for the PHM Racing team. The young rookie looking to finish on a high. Slicks on a wet track, the crowd building here at the Temple of Speed. This is the final race of the 2024 championship. Slater on pole position, Luca Samalisto to the left of your screen, out of grid 2. Welcome to the Temple of Speed, the final round of the 2024 Italian F4 Championship. The green flag flies at the back of the grid. The 5 red lights for the final time in 2024. We race, and Gianmarco Pradel gets a fantastic start. He goes wheel to wheel already with Luca Samalisto trying to take the lead away from Freddie Slater. He's done it! Pradel goes through and takes the race lead. Sensational start from the Sydney side as Slater back to second. Samalisto shortcuts, goes straight through the chicane as 38 Formula 4 cars gingerly make their way down through the first corner. Pradel leads from Slater. Alex Powell, the Jamaican, with a sensational start, up into 3rd place, trying to take the rookie title here this morning. Pradel leads Slater on the outside. They go into the Roja chicane. GMP from P3 takes the race lead. Slater, Powell, Samalisto, back to Jack Beaton. 2 cars going around. It looks to be Maxime Rem, or Robinson, in fact, and Alexander Bondarev. Carnage into the Roja chicane. The yellow flags flying as cars are littered all around the circuit. Bondarev was involved in that, as was one of the US racing cars. It may have in fact been Robinson. We'll get back to that. In just a moment, the yellow flag around the circuit because the safety car has come out inevitably for the first time this morning. Huge damage to both the Art Grand Prix cars. Leah Block to the left of your screen, Bianca Bustamante to the right. The Art Grand Prix teammates, the F1 Academy junior drivers, are out. Bondarev smash into the back of the US racing driver. It was in fact Robinson who has been taken out by the former European kart racing champion. Pradell with the race lead from Slater, and there are the two Art Grand Prix teammates. Bianca Bustamante, she has had a tough weekend. Gets out of her damaged car 4, the Filipina, the McLaren Junior from the F1 Academy Series. Has unfortunately retired after just 4 corners in car 4. Her weekend is over. Leah Block also. There is Leah, the Williams Jr., the son of the great, the daughter. I apologise, the daughter of the great Ken Block, the late great Ken Block, who actually raced here in the 2017 Monza Rally. Leah is also out, gives the thumbs up, she's fine, but her weekend is over. The two F1 Academy drivers, both out after just 4 corners here at Monza. Robinson, Bondarev also going out into the Roger chicane. Pradell with the race lead from Slater, Powell, Samalisto beaten, Nakamura Berta, Dion Gauda, Reno Frankot up into P8. There is the driver van der Netherlands. Great qualifying effort yesterday for Reno Frankot. Car 23 for the Jensen Motorsport team as Thomas Dolchemanis just follows him through with Akshay Border in between. Reno Frankot in the top 10 after a tough weekend. Take a look at this. Into the Rocher chicane. Bondarev just could not get the car stopped. Smash into the back of Robinson. And then on the grass on the inside, Leah Block and Bianca Bustamante both out. Let's go down and hear from Jensen team owner Andreas Jensen.
So a balance of the season.
Yeah, obviously it's a difficult season for us. We have the speed, but sometimes it's difficult when you see the races. I think the organizers and we need to do something because we are only racing behind the safety car. It's not really motorsport anymore. We are always behind safety car, safety car. For me, we need to do something about the quality of driving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always one to give a very direct answer, as you just heard Andreas Jensen, the 62-year-old Swiss team owner. Of course, Jensen Motorsport taking the 2016 championship with the Argentine Marcus Siebert. Yes, Dankeschön, Andreas. Thanks for your candid honesty. His driver, Reno Frankot, in position 8. Hard to disagree with what Andreas did say there. Reno Frankot, a tough run yesterday, a broken gearbox. It was a $2 or €2 spring, which eliminated the young Dutchman yesterday. He could not change, and then yesterday in race 2, an ECU failure. Qualified P3, but now in his final race of the year, everybody's final race of the year, as the safety car prepares to pull into pit lane. Reno Frankot for the Jensen Motorsport team. You just heard from Andreas Jensen, who have just relinquished their entry in the FIA Formula 3 Championship. Andreas Jensen speaking to Laura Kohler. The green flag now flying. The safety car pulls into pit lane. This is Gianmarco Pradell, who's had a tough weekend, but looking to finish on a high. It is his final Formula 4 race ever. Freddie Slater looking to take an incredible record-breaking 16th victory of the championship. The green flag is flying now. They cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line. It is Pradell from Slater. Powell, who is fighting for the rookie championship. Slater almost pushing Gianmarco. And now the Australian accelerates. The newly crowned champion tries to go with him, but it's Pradell for the US racing team who leads them across the line. We go back green. Reno Francot pulls out of the draft immediately, trying to get the run on Dion Gowder and King Nakamura Belta. Pradel goes to the outside, now covers the inside and holds the lead down into turn one. Breaks in a straight line. This is where he came to grief yesterday, taking out both Ukrainian drivers. Jack goes straight through the chicane, as does Olivieri. Pradel with the race lead from Slater and Powell, the two Prema Racing drivers. Alex Powell goes on through, up into second place. Fighting for the rookie championship. It is between Powell in 80, Nakamura Berta in 51, and Thomas Stolchamanis. And currently the Latvian is in P10. Into the grass, into the Rocha chicane, and into the wall. Maxim Ram with damage to the front wing. The yellow flag flies again. We've lost one of the Gensa drivers. Don't tell me it's Reno. 4 Gensa Motorsport drivers this weekend. One of them is parked. It's Enia Frey. The safety car will come out before I finish this sentence, unfortunately. So Andreas Gensa speaking with Laura Kohler. His words were prophetic. He's lost his Swiss driver, Maxim Ram, with damage to the front wing. The US racing team will be able to repair that. Still green for the moment. Now the safety car comes out onto the circuit. Inevitably, frustratingly, again for the second time in as many laps. Ciro Sobral, incidentally, has just left pit lane. Enia Frey exits his car. His weekend, his championship is over. This is what happened into the Rocha chicane. Remember, slicks on a greasy track. Into the wall. There is Maxim Rem going on through. Enia Frey parked in the middle of the circuit. There used to be nothing but sand and gravel there. Let's go down and hear from Laura Kohler.
So I was doing this last weekend and a balance of the season, of course.
I think it was quite an interesting weekend because of the rain and the weather situation. Our cars were pretty good, I would say, and we had some podiums and rookie podiums. Now it's going to be very thrilling because the weather is changing now, so it's starting to rain, so let's see how the race ends.
Are you scheduling to change the gear?
Yes.
Anna Butner from the US racing team speaking with Laura Kohler. Of course, they won recently the European Championship with Akshay Bora as Enia Frey's car is dragged off the circuit. 2 safety car periods in the opening third of this race. Anna Butner, together with Gerhard Unger, the US racing team, the crack German outfit from Cologne. They won, of course, last year's championship with Kasper Stuka, and they're leading the race here with Gianmarco Pradel. Pradel and Slater, their last Formula 4 race ever. They run 1 and 2. Safety car may actually pull into pit lane at the end of this lap because Enia Frey, his car has been dragged off the circuit. Yes, the safety car to come in at the end of this lap. Hopefully we do race green for the final 2/3 of the final race of the 2024 Italian F4 Championship here this morning on an overcast day here at Monza. There is Rashid Al-Bahedi going through the Huawei-backed car 14, the driver from the United Arab Emirates, just ahead of Kirill Kutskov, last year's World Kart Racing champion, confirmed with Maffei Racing for the 2025 championship. Olivieri, Jonsson, Yeh, Hudson Schwartz from the city where it's all going to happen in about 2 weeks' time. Hudson from Washington, D.C., the United States of America. Hudson in car 2 for the Van Amersfoort Racing team. Marchiante Larini, one of 4 Americans. Stack and Hiyu Yamakoshi still second in the championship, but down in 20th. Remember the fight for the vice champion title at the moment. Hiyu Yamakoshi on 220 points. Jack Beaton on 216 points, but in 6th place. And Akshay Bora, 3rd in the championship, a place behind in 7th. Hiyu Yamakoshi at risk of losing the title. Gianmarco Pradel looking to finish the championship on a high. His last Formula 4 race ever. US Racing, as they look to 2025, they'll be back as well with virtually a new team, largely of drivers. Gianmarco Pradel and Freddie Slater looking to take an incredible record-breaking 16th victory out of 21 starts. The green flag flies now, again, reminding you they cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line. Gianmarco Pradel dictates the pace of the race. He goes early, accelerates out of the Michele Alboreto Parabolica, and the Sydney sider leads Slater in 2nd place. Across the line, we race green, hopefully to the end of the race. Zigzagging across the start-finish line. He goes right, he goes left. There's nothing but green grass down to his right, to your left. He skates under brakes. Slater around the outside, but Pradel holds it. Goes in deep, Slater takes him. Superb from Slater from 2nd place. And Alex Powell, the Jamaican sensation, fighting for the rookie championship. The Mercedes-AMG Junior goes through into P2. Nice pass from Alex. There is Kin Nakamura Berta on the inside of Luca Samalisto. He'll be on the outside as they precariously go into the Roja chicane. Let's hope, let's pray they go through cleanly this time. It is Slater from Powell, back to Pradel. KNB back to 4, then Jack Beaton, Samalisto, Borda, Stolchamanis, Reno Francot, and DG at Dion Gouda, who rounds out the 10. Into the Lesmo curves. Look at the lead from Slater. This is ominous as Pradel goes sideways. Nakamura Berta, 4th in the race, leading the rookie championship just from his Mercedes-AMG Prema racing teammate, Powell, who's in 2nd. Pradel gets the run as they go through what used to be a curve. That's the Serrallo Straight under the old banking. They're 3 wide. Slater's gone. Slater has left the building. He goes down into the Ascari chicane. Pradel back into 2nd. Rides the ripple strip. The Sydney sider back to 2nd from Kin Nakamura Berta. Powell, Beaton, Akshay Bora, Samalisto, Stolchamanis. There's Olivieri going through. He's made a good start. He's just behind last year's World Cup racing champion, Kirill Kutskov, as we have Savinkov going backwards out of the Ascari chicane, minus his rear wing. This is not the cleanest race you've ever seen in history. He's off the racing line. Take a look at this. It all happened prior, out of Lesmo 2, Kabir Anurag, into the gravel. And the Singaporean goes rallycross. We stay green as we move into the 2nd half of the race. Slater with a lead of almost 2 seconds. They fan out 4 wide across the start-finish line at 234 kilometres an hour. 236 from Nakamura Berta and Akshay Bora. Powell, Nakamura Berta, they are fighting for the rookie championship. Powell back into 3rd. Slater superb. 2 seconds clear of Pradel, who is finishing the championship well here this morning. There's Kirill Kutskov with Olivieri, Gustav Jonsson. As you can see the graphic, I don't need to say it. This is the reason why. Savinkov minus the rear wing. Backwards into the grass at the exit of the Ascari chicane. There is Alexander in the 52 AKM Motorsport car. And the safety car, again, for the 3rd time in the first half of this race, frustratingly out onto the circuit. Our race director, Mr. Alessandro Ferrari, with no choice. There was a Van Amersfoort racing driver involved in that, going slowly through the Ascari chicane as well. It may have been Lynn Hedenuis. Let's hear from Laura Kohler.
So this is the first season for you guys, but the end is you did very well.
We are very happy about the result of this year. It was better than we were expecting. At the end, we did a rookie podium. We did several races top 10, so we scored some points. So I'm happy about the results. I'm happy about the how team performed this year. So we are very confident for the future. Even in the last Euro 3 race, we were almost in the general podium. Some, let's say, unfortunate events lead us to only finish 8, but we were in the top 3 position in the beginning of the race. So I'm very confident of how the things are going for us. So
Next year,
sorry, next year we hope to do a better job than this year. We learned a lot. For sure, there is a lot to learn. We compete with very experienced teams. So yeah, I think next year will be better than this one. To be here for sure, yeah.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mulțumesc, Constantin Raileniu, team owner of the rookie team Real Racing. Constantin fielding 2 cars for the first time in the 2024 championship. Luca Vistoriano, who here 3 weeks ago in the European Championship round was actually in 3rd place outright up until halfway through the race. And also with Andrea Duna, also owner of the Prejmer International Kart Racing Circuit in Brașov, Transylvania, Romania, the Real Racing team. Incredible success over the past decade or more in WSK World Karting. Former drivers Enzo Trulli, Luigi Coluccio, their first year racing in the Formula 4 Championship. This was a few moments ago. This is Savinkov going through sideways without the rear wing. And you can see the Van Amersfoort driver going slowly. Too hard to pick it up. I'm going to guess here and say it was either Dante Vinci or Lin Hodenuis. Regardless, they have both continued on a complete 360 on a greasy circuit. Yes, great to have the new teams, such as Real Racing, Constantin Raileniu, with young Luca Vistoriano. He's currently in P28, just a few positions ahead of his Romanian teammate Andrea Duna on your screen. Luca in 11, Andrea in car 95. There is Luca Vistoriano for the Real Racing team. They have actually taken one of their Formula 4 cars around the Brașov Prejmer International Kart Racing Circuit, although Constantine telling us we actually couldn't get out of 3rd gear. Still well over 150 kilometres an hour on the world-class Prejmer circuit. They'll be back for 2025, as will a number of drivers in the field. For the race leader, though, Freddie Slater, and for the driver in second, Gianmarco Pradel, they have 11 minutes plus 1 lap ever to race in their Formula 4 car racing career. Bart Harrison in that pack as well. Car 25 in position 23, the Yorkshireman, joining us from the British Championship where he's been racing with CDR, Chris Dittman Racing. There's Kai Dadianani, the sole entry for the Cram Motorsport team. Did not set a time in qualifying. Kai Dadianani up into 22nd place. Here's Savinkov's car to the right of your screen. Tough weekend for the team of Andrea and Maggie Antonelli. The AKM Motorsport driver is out. As we go into the final third of the final race of the 2024 championship. Tough conditions for all these young drivers here. Safety car to do at least one more lap. Let's hope next time we can race green. Slight damage to Bart's car there. There's Alexander Savinkov. Just a very slight touch on the front of Harrison's front wing. Still in place comfortably though, no issue for the Englishman. So Slater is the race leader from Pradel. Powell and Nakamura Berta, they're the 2 rookies in 3 and 4. They are Prema Racing teammates, but Alex Powell, the Jamaican, is a Mercedes AMG junior. Kin Nakamura Berta, Alpine F1 Academy junior driver. They are fighting for the rookie championship. Akshay Bora just behind for US Racing. Also his last Formula 4 race ever. Next year racing with you actually, I can't tell you that. I'll let Akshay make that announcement in due course, if he hasn't already. I can confirm to you for our listeners yesterday, yes, Freddie Slater will be racing in the Formula Regional European Championship. That's not a secret. Has already posted that. The announcement being made. He'll stay with the team from Vicenza as we get news that the safety car comes in this lap. So Freddie Slater to race in next year's Formula Regional European Championship with the Prema Racing team. What a year he's had. On track for his 16th victory. He's taken 15 from 20 starts. Just over 8 minutes away from potentially breaking a record which may never be broken. Slater in 27. Pradell just behind the graphic to the bottom left of your screen, what you've been waiting for. Thank you for joining us for the final race, the final round of the 2024 Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion, together with the Automobile Club of Italy at the Temple of Speed, the home of the Italian Formula One Grand Prix. This is Monza. This is the last weekend of October as the cars come out of Lesmo 2. The final round of the 11th season. Freddie Slater, the 11th champion, the second Englishman after Ollie, who took the title in 2021. Nathaniel better be going through for the Maffei Racing team. So Freddie will back the field up. Gianmarco Pradell, who spun down into turn 1 yesterday and took out both Ukrainians with the one move. Alexander and Alexander with nowhere to go. They both collected the Sydney sider, who's currently in second place behind Slater. 7 minutes 20 plus 1 lap to race for the final time in 2024 as we look towards next year's championship, which kicks off at the MotoGP circuit of Misano on the first weekend of May. Let's hope for a sunny day in 2025. Slater, the new champion, leads the field into the Parabolica, stares at the right side mirror. The ADD management driver, the Infinity management driver just behind Gianmarco Pradell. Alex Powell, remember, fighting for the rookie championship together with Kin Nakamura Berta. They're both in 3 and 4. The green flag is flying now. Slater waits. He dictates the pace of the final race of 2024. And now the Englishman accelerates. We race green, hopefully for the final time in 2024. Kai Dadianani in the background, already making up positions. The Englishman in the Sol Creme Motorsport car with a great restart, but it's Slater who goes to the inside on a greasy circuit. Jack on the attack down the inside of a wet track. He's got Akshay Bora on the inside, though, has to give way. Reno Frankot goes with the banana. Jan met the banana for the Dutchman. He's up into 7th as we lose at least one of the Prema drivers. It's Bondarev, who has rejoined. He was involved in that earlier incident. Fortunately, the track stays green. And also one of the Maffei Racing drivers. Super restart from Reno Frankot, the pilot van the Netherlands. Reno, gearbox issue yesterday. ECU issue in race 2 as Olivieri goes around as well. Reno Frankot, though, just concentrating on the Dutchman. He's up into P6, his final race of the year, of course. Olivieri parked in the middle of the circuit. The car has stalled. Let's hope he can get it fired up. Reno Frankot for the Gensa Motorsport team behind the newly crowned European champion, Akshay Bora. Reno Frankot, who gave up a potential professional football career in the Netherlands to pursue his dream as a professional racing driver, runs P6. As we see the Prema Racing teammates, Thomas Stoltemanis in 33, just ahead of Dion Gauda. Olivieri is still stuck in the chicane. We stay green for the moment, 4:44 plus 1 lap to race in 2024. Slater from Pradell into the Parabolica. Then it's back to Powell and Nakamura Berta. Jack Beaton, Lucas Samalisto, Stoltemanis, Gauda, Jonsson, Lardini, Kutskov, Schwartz, Aldehedi, Yamakashi, second in the championship, is about to come across the line in 16th place. Rashid gets the run. Aldehedi tries to take the American as the Australian tries to take the Englishman across the line. Look at the speeds in the rain. GMP has gone through to take the race lead at 239 kilometres an hour. Pradell leads. Slater desperate to smash the record, which he's already done. In fact, extend it to 16 race victories. We stay green, thankfully, as they go through La Curva Grande, the big corner. I speak too soon, though, because coming together is Luca Vistoriano and one of the Van Amersfoort Racing drivers. Critically, Pradell has made that move. We stay green for the moment. Sideways on the exit, almost puts Slater into the grass. He does so. Slater sends it from second. The track is wet. Pradell leads. Fantastic from both drivers who have got 3 minutes to race ever in their Formula 4 driving careers. Pradell from Slater, Powell, Nakamura Berta, Border, and Reno Francot. Reno gets the run on the back of Akshay. Still green for the moment. I should not have said that. You know what's coming as they go down into the Ascari chicane. Who's got the race lead? The safety car has come out. Slater's gone through. Okay, the question is, you know, it is a rhetorical question. Who was ahead? We know these drivers are out. Luca Vistoriano and young Dante Vinci. Joe, sorry, mate. Your boy was having a good weekend. Dante Vinci, the second Sydney sider, is out, and Luca Vistoriano also. The Romanian and the Australian have brought out the safety car for the 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I've lost count. I sincerely mean that. Yeah. Pradell is being classified for the moment as the race leader, even though Slater is in P1. That has obviously changed on the timing as they come across the line. Not a criticism at all of Freddie. They were racing clean. This is what brought out the safety car. Dante Vinci, Luca Vistoriano on a greasy track, fortunately at low speed. Whose fault was it? It is irrelevant, and it's not for us to apportion blame. It is difficult conditions out there. Luca Vistoriano was actually turned around earlier. Dante Vinci with nowhere to go. Jan Kolik makes his way through. Andrea Duna also. So Pradell was in the race lead. The safety car came out round about there. Pradell is the race lead, we are being told. So we are being told that Pradell was in P1 when the safety car was deployed onto the circuit. You can see Gianmarco. So Gianmarco back in P1. Freddie can't be blamed. He was not to know what was going on the other side of the circuit, made the move. So Gianmarco Pradell may have seen the safety car board early, or was in the lead when the safety car, regardless, he was in the lead when the safety car board was displayed. So Pradell is the race leader. Let's go down and hear from Laura Cola, who's speaking with Davide from Pirelli.
Yeah, critical atmospheric conditions, so the choice of the wheel is very important.
Yeah, this is a very tricky weekend because we have found a lot of different conditions. As it's more difficult here in Monza because with the new asphalt you have a very dark tarmac, so it's difficult to understand where you have a dry line and the wet line. So not an easy situation for the drivers. You have to take care, and you can have also different conditions in the various part of the circuit because you have also the plants and so on that can change in every turn. So not an easy weekend for the drivers.
It's usual to slice, I am saying, slick and rain.
Yeah, it's no now for sure it's slick because we have a slick condition. What is very difficult is the move from one to the other because you have the mixed condition that is always tricky because you can gain a lot if you go with a slick in a semi-slick condition, but you have also the risk of do some mistakes and so not easy, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Laura Cola speaking with Davide Chiarosa of Pirelli. His boss watching on from Mexico, Mario Isola. Davide Chiarosa sta facendo bel lavoro, come sempre, per Pirelli. Saluti a te, anche Mario Island in Mexico. The safety car out onto the circuit. You can see we've passed the 30-minute mark. So this is the news while Laura was speaking with Davide. Pradell is the race leader. As it stands, Alex Powell will win the Rookie Championship as it stands at the moment. There is still one lap to race. We believe Pradell will take victory because they cannot pass behind the safety car as well. Well, of course, I should say. This is the last lap of the race. Pradell in first place. Slater will be denied the 16th victory. The last lap board and the safety car board both being displayed concurrently here at Monza. Pradell will take victory. Slater, the new champion with 15 victories. Powell will be crowned rookie champion if he can bring it home in one lap. Kin Nakamura Berta, P4, the Prema Racing drivers. 3 and 4, that's how close it was for the rookie title. There is Kin Nakamura Berta in P4. Nothing the former World Junior Kart Racing champion can do about it. Alex Powell, who started the season with 3 second places at Misano behind the new champion, Freddie Slater. They'll be celebrating after a tough season for Alex Powell. He did win in the European Championship. He will be crowned rookie champion. Kin Nakamura Berta, the young rookie, the British-born Japanese driver, the Alpine F1 Academy driver with a race victory at Paul Ricard in the south of France. Both these drivers, you will see them much more prominently in the future. Rashid Al-Dahedi goes on through the race to finish behind the safety car. Gianmarco Pradell is about to become the 6th different winner of 2024. He will take the win. Slater in second place. This is GMP. Started grid 3 in car 12. Jamie Rush, who mentored him in the early part of his career, watching on late at night in the land down under. Jamie, congrats to you, mate. Gianmarco Pradell, his final Formula 4 lap ever. And he'll lead the field around. Pradell will win it. Slater, what a champion for Fast Freddy, as Higyo Yamakoshi goes on through in 15th place. Will lose second in the championship, we believe. That's still to be confirmed because Jack Beaton is in 7th and Akshay Bora in 5th. We'll get back to that. The title of vice champion. Slater is the champion. Alex Powell will be the rookie champion. Gianmarco Pradell will take victory in the final race. A chaotic race, to be fair, in very trying conditions after torrential rain here in the north of Italy for the past few days. Pradell with the race lead. Slater in second. Powell, Nakamura Berta, Akshay Bora, Reno Frankot. Nice way to finish the weekend after a gearbox issue and an ECU issue yesterday. There's Kai Dadianani. Drove a good race from the back of the grid, 36th up into 17th. Deserves real credit for that, Kai Dadianani. Marchiante going on through. There's Jan Kola, just ahead of the Williams rookie. Alexander Bondarev, Andrea Duna, Bereby, Popov, Sobral from Brazil. He'll be racing at Sao Paulo in the F1 Grand Prix in a week's time. The young South American, Kabir Anurag Hodenuis, in 31st place. Into the final corner of the 2024 championship. The race to finish behind the safety car. It still counts the same. Drives out of the Michele Alboreto Parabolica on a greasy track. GMP from grid 3. Gianmarco Pradell leads the field across the line to take the checkered flag. Pradell will become the 6th victor of the 2024 championship. Pradell, the Sydney Sider, wins for the final race in 2024. Slater, superb in second place. What a season for the Englishman. Alex Powell, the Jamaican sensation, is the rookie champion. The Mercedes-AMG Junior just edges out Kin Nakamura Berta, one of just 6 race winners in 2024 for the rookie title and the final step of the podium. Pradell wins. Gianmarco Pradell has won the final race of the 2024 championship. Credit also to AG, Adam, watching on from Eastern Creek, Sydney. Congrats to you, mate, as well. He shakes the fist. That was a long time coming. Gianmarco Pradel, who stood on the podium at Mugello in 2023 on the podium for the first time then. A tough weekend, but he has won the 21st and final race of 2024. Takes the victory from Slater, Powell, Nakamura, Bora, Frankot, Beaton, Gauda, Gustav Jonsson, and Thomas Stoltemanis on the rookie podium in 10th place. Larini just misses the points. Luca Samalisto could not capitalise, unfortunately, on that front row grid position. Kirill Kutzkov, will see him back with the Maffei Racing team next year. Rashid Hiyu, after those victories, those sensational victories at Imola, coming home in 15th place. "38 drivers, these did not finish. Lin, Luca, Olivieri, Savinkov, the AKM drivers, Rem, Frey, Bustamante, and Leah Block. At the end of a record-breaking championship, Freddie Slater has dominated with 15 victories. Jack Beaton is the vice champion of 2024. Hiyu Yamakashi, after those incredible 3 pole positions at the Imola round of the championship and those race wins. And the 17-year-old from Tokyo in Japan is 3rd in the 2024 championship. The cars make their way into pit lane. We'll try and hear from Gianmarco Pradel. Laura Cola, look at the crowd here this morning. Controlling pit lane access nicely. We'll try and hear from the race winner in a moment. You can see the board the Prema team have prepared. Alex Powell is the rookie champion for 2024. His parents, John and Claudia, here at the circuit, they've had an anxious year. John sensation, Claudia sensation. Sorry, I had to. John, of course, a former driver in the World Rally Championship. The kid from the Caribbean has won the rookie championship, deservedly so. Congrats to Alex Powell. The Mercedes AMG Junior, the Jamaican sensation, wins the rookie title. Gianmarco Pradel in car 12 has won the final race of the 2024 Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion together with the Automobile Club of Italy. The Sydney sider steps out of car 12. He's done it. Pradel wins. Yeah, don't fall, mate. Miguel to the right, Simon to the left. They've worked with him all season. Last year's champion, Kasper Stuka. The US racing team, they may have missed the title. There's Alex to the left. His father, John. The architect of his son's campaign. Yes, pun intended. As Jack's father, Justin. Of course, Jack taking up the vice champion title. Pradel, the 6th winner. He was down in the dumps yesterday after going around by himself into the first chicane. But boy, has he made up for it this morning. Gianmarco Pradel takes the final victory of the 2024 championship season. Let's hear from the race winner, Gianmarco Pradel, who's speaking with Laura Cola.
Well, congratulations. No better way to end the season than with a win.
Yeah, it's a fantastic way to end. Like, honestly, I could not have wished for anything better. Just, yeah, ending it off on a high and ending my 2 years with us racing. It's been fantastic, and yeah, no better way to finish it off.
The next year?
I'm not sure yet. We don't have something properly signed, but yeah, we'll see.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Gianmarco Pradell, managed by the former international kart racing champion. Gary Catt, also manager of George Russell, has taken victory in the final race of the 2024 season. This is how he did it. Superstart from grid 3. GMP took the race lead. Slater back to second place as Alex Powell up into third place on his way to the Rookie Championship. 38 cars nervously make their way down into turn 1. They negotiated that for the most part. Turn 4, though, saw the elimination of Ed Robinson. Bondarev also involved in that. We lost count. I mean this sincerely. We lost count of the number of times the safety car came out onto the circuit. Pradell, though, into the race lead. Powell was actually up into second briefly. Annie Affray was also eliminated into the Rocha chicane. Pradell taking the race lead with a pass at 239 kilometres an hour down the main straight. Went in deep. Slater back around the outside. Looked headed for his 16th victory of the season. Nakamura Berta and Alex Powell, 3 and 4, fighting for the Rookie Championship. Pradell sideways through the Ascari chicane. The lead of Slater back to Pradell was 2 seconds. And then this happened. Alexander Savinkov going around. That brought out the safety car again. Slater's lead was eliminated. Luca Vistoriano and Dante Vinci going out, down into the chicane as well. Pradell taking the race lead prior to the safety car coming out and took his first victory in his final race ever in Formula 4 here at Monza. Alex Powell, the Mercedes-AMG Junior, is the rookie champion. Just recapping the championship, Slater takes the title from Jack Beaton and Hiyu Yamakashi, third in the 2024 championship. Alex Powell, third in the final race of the season. The rookie champion, Slater. Freddie has absolutely slayed the opposition. 15 victories on his way to the championship. Gianmarco Pradell wins the final race of the 2024 championship. Mr. Marco Ferrari representing the Automobile Club of Italy to present the third place trophy to Alex Powell. The Jamaican sensation is the rookie champion. Freddie Slater, what a season. And Gianmarco Pradell wins for the first time ever in the Italian Championship. And now, no bias whatsoever, the most beautiful national anthem in the world. Gianmarco Pradell wins the final race of the 11th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. Freddie Slater, a record-breaking season. He is the champion, and Alex Powell takes the rookie title. We hope you've enjoyed watching thank you for being with us in 2024. See you at Misano the first week of May 2025 for the Italian F4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion, together with the Automobile Club of Italy. Arrivederci da Monza.